Alright, here we have Rocky. We're going to demonstrate how to teach a dog the command place. There's many ways of doing this. I will do it with what is called a baiting technique, which involves some kind of treat or food. In this case, we're going to use some hot dogs. As you can notice, Rocky has no corrective devices on him, just a regular flat collar and a leash. Place, eventually you can use a mat on this, but you can also use a towel. It's always easy to find a towel, and really place is nothing but something that stands off, like in the carpet or floor, something that stands out, and that's the dog's place. I will use a towel. The reason I'm using a towel for training is because I'm using hot dogs as a treat, and I don't really want to ruin my mat with stink of hot dogs. So for training, let's go ahead and use a towel. I'm going to use this regular bath towel. As you can see, Rocky is doing a stay. That's a good stay, Rocky. Good boy. I don't like to use compulsion, which is corrective methods, unless I have to. And I will demonstrate with another dog later. His name is Rufus. He actually is trained on compulsion because positive only didn't work quite well with him. First thing we're going to do with the towel is we're going to walk the dog, just doing regular obedience, around the room. And we're going to do this with no distractions. As some dogs would say, there's many ways to skin a cat. Of course, there's a cat right here. I don't think the cat likes that. But anyways. Alright, so let's go and get with Rocky. Good stay, Rocky. Now, I'm going to reward Rocky that has been doing a stay. Eventually we phase out the food. Rocky hasn't really had any food training in a long time, so this is going to be a treat for him. As you can see now, I can say place. See, he doesn't know what place is. I'm pointing at place. Place. He doesn't know what place is, but he will pretty soon. That's a good stay, Rocky. You care? You don't care? He doesn't care for the hot dogs today, huh? Okay. He's usually a very excitable dog, but oh well. Alright, heel. Good heel. Good heel. Let's walk over the towel. Heel. Good heel. We're going to teach him, the towel is okay. Now, I'm going to move the hot dogs to the hand that doesn't have the leash. And what we're going to do, as you can see, Rocky's sitting. He's trained actually on some basic obedience. He was trained positive. Even though I have had to use strong collars on him because he's a jerk sometimes. Right, Rocky? That's a good boy. Now, we're going to walk him again, heel, one more time. And now, we're going to begin training. He's desensitized to the towel being on the floor. So now, what we're going to do, we're going to say, place. Good boy. Good place. Good boy. Let's go. We're going to move before he decides to move. So place is going to become something very positive, right? I'm not marking what place is. Place. Let's go. Heel. Good boy. Good heel. Now we're going to wait a little longer. Place. Good place. Oh, that's a good sit. He offered the behavior of sitting there instead of walking away. We're going to praise him. Good place. Good place. While he's in place, I'm going to keep on marking with the word place. He's offering to sit. So I'm going to teach him that there's a reward, which is verbal praise, but also good place. Good place. And let's give him a $100 bill right here. Good place. Let's go. We do this repetition for probably about 5 minutes. I don't know, 4 or 5 times a day if we can. The timing of each session should be only 5 minutes. After 2 or 3, you should be able to say, place. Good place. Good boy. Good place. This is a quick learning dog. Really, even though he didn't know what place was, and he's still probably learning, he's not going to be good place. We're not going to say anything other than place, right? I'm disappearing. Good place. I'm actually going to sit on my couch right here while he's on place. Good place. Good boy. Use a tone of voice that is very pleasant. Good place. Good place. Good boy, Rocky. Good place. Good place. Let's go. Now, let's see if he will. Now, this is too quick. Usually, again, this will take several sessions for the dog to know what place is. But let's see what happens. Place. Good place. Good place, Rocky. That's a good place. See, we're going to do treats for a little bit. You know, maybe the first couple days, maybe a week. Every so often, like right now I'm giving him treats right away. But eventually it's going to be good place. And then the treat. The treat, we're going to start taking maybe 10 seconds, maybe 30 seconds to give it to him. Then, at some point, we're going to do the treats every other time. Instead of every single time saying good place and treat, we're going to do good place and that's it. That's a reward. Then instead of every other time we do at random and then no more treats. And the only reward is good place. Good boy. Now, what to do if he breaks the place? I'm waiting for him to break it. Let me see if I can get him excited. You can do oh boy, I forgot what the name of this game is. But you want to make the dog want to break out of place so you can correct him. Now, there's no corrective devices here. Keep that in mind. The correction is going to be a simple no. Take him back to the place. As he say place, you say better. No full reward, no food, no anything. Just simple better. And put him back there. Okay. Let's go. You don't want to go? You want to stay in place? Of course, the reward is place. Let's go. Oh, Booga Booga game that's what it's called. Place. No. Place. Better. See how I said better? Not ooh, place. No. No, he didn't earn the good praise, right? No food, no anything. So he just goes to place. Place, he can be there. Some people, it depends on how picky you are. Some people like place to be all four legs there. Some people are okay with just 2 legs there. It's up to you. Most standard, really, as long as there's 2 paws in there, you're fine. No corrections. No saying no, 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 or whatever. You know, I'm trying to get him to break the place. Let me see if I can find a ball or something. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Again, Rocky's an unusual dog. In a little bit you'll see, in the next video, you'll see why Rufus is compulsion trained, which means I actually have a prong collar on him. Because Rocky is a dog that is very handler oriented. He is a dog that wants to please me. Come, Rocky. He's waiting for the hot dogs. Come. Good boy. Good, come. And of course right now he's trying to figure out, he's kind of confused. Usually he has some decent obedience, but of course when you're on camera, this is where these things happen. He's trying to figure out how come the hot dogs are happening again after such a long time, right? Right, boy? Good boy. Place. Down. Good boy. Really? I don't want to give a command other than place, but in this case, because he's been sitting on it, I want him to understand he can also lay there. I don't want him to just think that place is just a place to sit. Good place. Good boy. Good boy, Rocky. Good boy. Come. Come. Good boy. Good, come. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I guess I'm going to have to start giving him treats to reinforce calm. Give me some retraining. Boy, you were doing great yesterday. Okay, let's see place again. Now, the reason of this leash is so I can correct him if I need to. Like if I need to take him back to place, I can go and grab his leash, take him back to place as I say no, and then when he's back in place, I say good place. You don't want to be grabbing a dog by the collar because then they anticipate you doing this, and even dogs can become aggressive or they bite you when you go after the collar. So we always go for a leash. You can get a Dollar Tree leash, you know, probably half an inch wide, maybe 5 feet long. Place. Good place. Good boy, Rocky. As you see, I didn't do any food right now. I'm moving a little faster than usual. Usually I will do food the first session, and then start transitioning to take it longer and longer for the food in the next sessions. And then of course the area of the time and so on. But I'm moving fast so you can see how quick the dog can get it. Rocky's really, again, he's a dog that is into pleasing his handler. And, you know, he's very, very, very easy to train. Of course, if I say come and he doesn't come to me, I can always grab the leash. Come. As we seem to need to do some retraining on this. No. Oh, good. Sit. Good. When he comes, he's supposed to sit also. Good boy. Soothing voice. Good. Calm. Good boy. Place. Good place. Good boy. Good place. As you can see, there's only 2 paws on the actual mat and 2 off. Really, I'm not going to kill him about that. The matter is that he learns that that's where he goes when you say play. So you could have company. Now, this exercise, what you do is you increase, at first you do it with no distractions. Then you can do the exercise with people in the house, in the living room. Maybe 1 or 2 people. Maybe 1 person and a dog. A controlled dog. A dog that is controllable. And so on. So, Rocky's doing great. Right now he's doing great. I'm going to bring Rufus a little bit so you can see the difference. That's the next video. Rufus is really jerk. Right, Rocky? Rufus is a jerk? Let's go. Now, since I don't have I'm not going to use hot dogs anymore. I'm going to tell Rocky sit, stay. I'm going to take this out of the way, and we're going to use the actual mat. I'm not going to be dumping hot dogs on my mat. These mats can be purchased online, but again, you don't really need them. You can use a towel, and it's really nice when you go to the park, and you can just take a towel, put it on the floor, and it's like having a portable crate with no walls. But if you want to use something fancier, muttmats.com, they're really reasonable. Again, this stands out on the carpet, right? And now, once the dog learns what place is, we start doing it in different places in the house. So I don't want him to think that place is by the fireplace, right? So eventually I will just move that placemat to somewhere else. And maybe at the first time you have to take him again with the leash. Place. See how he's exploring the place? It's different. Good place. See how he laid down? He's getting it. We've been working for 14 minutes. Usually, again, these sessions should be only 5 minutes, not this long. A dog's attention span is usually not that great. However, Rocky is a dog that has some experience with training, so that's why I can kind of move a little different with him. But if the dog has no training, really, I would do first 5-minute sessions. And also, if you're teaching the dog to heel and sit and all those other fancy commands, you can incorporate the place. Because when you're heeling, when you're sitting, you can walk the dog by the mat so to get him used to the mat. As you can see in my living room, I have even a twin size mattress here. And actually I have another twin size mattress behind my couch, right here, for my dogs. My dogs have actual twin size beds in several parts of the house. Go to bed is the same thing, you can say bed instead of place. But for now, really, it's taught the same way. You just use a different word, different marker. You always teach one at a time. Don't be teaching place and bed at the same time because you will confuse the dog. So now I'm going to teach him to put the place somewhere else. Even though, again, this would be a separate session. This would be probably after session number 5. We start moving it. At first, we want him to get the idea. So let me go ahead and get Rocky out of the way. Rocky, come. Good. Come. Good boy. See how I don't use any treats right now? I put my face on his face. Good boy. Let's see if he can figure this out himself. I moved the place just a few feet away. Not that big a deal. Place. Place. No. Place. There. As you can see, he got confused for a minute. Dogs are contextual. To him, place meant something that stood out the door of the flooring in front of the fireplace. He doesn't understand that place is that. So by moving it, you know, he will eventually get the concept. See how he's laying down? Again, the whole thing is, after the training session, of course, once the dog has been given a training session, put him back in a crate. That way the dog has time to process that information. If you let the dog loose in the house to do whatever they want, guess what? Their focus is not going to be what they just learned. It's going to be the cat, the birds. So every time you do a training session with the dog, put him in a crate at least for an hour after that. That way the dog will have time to process what they just learned. Alright, we're done with this one. I'm going to get Rufus.